Hello everyone and welcome to CAV Math Lab. This is our video series on addition and subtraction and mastering our facts. In previous videos, we went over strategies for adding 0, counting on +1 and +2. We went over doubles and near doubles, and we've gone over our combinations of 10. If you haven't watched those videos, we highly recommend that you watch those before moving on, and you'll see how those strategies are really going to be helpful for the strategies we're going to be learning today. We're going to be going over in this video 10 plus a number, making 10, or using 10 as a bridge to solve our problem, and our plus nines. This video will conclude our addition strategies, and our next video will pick up with some subtraction videos. Let's start with 10 plus a number. This is more a review of place value and our base 10 number system than really a strategy. This is just understanding the pattern that if you have 10 plus any single digit number, you're going to only change the ones digit. So here in this case, we have 110 plus 4 ones, and that will be 14. And remember, it doesn't matter the order of addition. Addition is commutative. And so we could have 7 plus 10, and that's the same thing as 110 and 7 ones. So 7 plus 10 is 17. Hopefully adding 10 plus a number is just a review for you, but if you need some extra practice, take some time to practice this and make sure you're really comfortable and understand our base 10 number system. Okay, let's move on to our next strategy that will help us easily and accurately solve bigger addition facts by making 10, or solving our problems by making a bridge through 10. And we'll show you what I mean by that. When we use the make 10 strategy, you want to make sure that you're comfortable decomposing numbers and you're comfortable with your combinations of 10. When you see a problem like 5 plus 6, you might see a lot of ways that you could solve this problem. You might start with the bigger number 6 and count on 5. One of the problems with that strategy, however, is that when we count on more than, say, 2, we tend to make a lot of errors. You might also have noticed that this is a near double. We could solve this problem by using our doubles. 5 plus 5 is 10, and 1 more is 6. That's a great strategy and will help you be very accurate. If you wanted to try the make 10 strategy, the way you would do it is you would say, well, if I have 5, I know that I need 5 more to make 10. And so we can decompose 6 into 5 and 1. And then we can add 5 to make our 10, and then add the rest, 1 more. So 5 plus 5 is 10, and 1 more is 11. Let's try this a few more times. Okay, let's start with this one, 8 plus 4. In order to make 10 here, we could take 2 from our 4 and make 10, and this problem becomes 10 plus 2, and we know that's 12. If we want to solve 9 plus 6 using the make 10 strategy, we can make 10 by shifting mentally 1 from the 6 and making our 10, and we'll be left with 5. So 10 plus 5 is 15. And this works even with more complicated addition problems like 19 plus 5. We can make the next 10, which is 20, by adding 1. So we can mentally take 1 from our 5, shift it over to make 20, and then we have 20 plus 4. Let's look at a few more. Here, if we have 8 plus 5, we know that if we have 8 and 2 more, it will make 10. So we can decompose 5 into 2 and 3. Then we can make our 10 and add the rest, 3 more. So let's see what that would look like. If we have our 8, we can see that it takes 2 more to make 10, and then we can add the rest, 3 more. Then we have 10 plus 3 is 13. Let's look at the next one. If we take 7 plus 4, we know 7 plus 3 is 10, and 4 can be decomposed into 3 and 1. So we can add our 10 and then add the rest, 1 more. So here we would take 7, and we can see that we would need to add 3 more to make 10, and 1 more, and we would have 10 plus 1 is 11. Let's see how we can use the make 10 strategy to solve the next problem, 14 plus 8. We can go to the next 10, which is 20, by adding 6. So let's decompose 8 into 6 and 2. So here we would take our 14, there's 10, and 4 more is 14, and we can see that it would take 6 to get to the next 10. So let's add our 6, and then we'll add the rest, 2 more. So 14 plus 8 can be seen as 20 plus 2. Let's look at one last problem. If we had a problem like 8 plus 7, you might see that this is our doubles plus 1, or our near doubles. You might see that it's 7 plus 7 is 14, and 1 more is 15. And that's a great way to solve. Or maybe you're more comfortable decomposing your 7 and making 10, and seeing that 8 plus 2 more is 10, and then add the rest is 15. Either of these strategies works great, and it's up to you to decide which one you like better. We're going to look at one more way that we can add 9 to a number. We've already seen that when we're adding 9, we could use the make 10 strategy, but let's take a look at another way we could add 9. For this strategy, if we had a problem like 4 plus 9, then we could take our 4, and instead of adding 9, we could add 10, and we know that 4 plus 10 is 14, and then we could easily take away 1 and get 13. And this works for more complicated problems too. Like for instance, maybe you have 35 plus 9. Well, you can see from this hundreds chart that if we take 35 plus 10, it would be 45, and then we would just subtract 1, and it would be 44. Or say we have 57 plus 9. Well, 57 plus 10 would be 67. Take away 1, it would be 66. The key with these strategies is being flexible and using the strategy that you think works best for that particular problem. The more you practice these strategies, the better you're going to get at solving these problems quickly, efficiently, and accurately. If you head over to the CAV Math Lab course on Schoology, we've got some practice packets for you. If you go into the targeted support folder, you'll see an addition and subtraction strategies folder. And there we've got some practice packets to practice your strategies of making 10 and your plus 9 strategy. We even have some more that can go up to making 20. In the Fluency Resources folder, you'll see some games that you can play as well that are really great in helping you practice these strategies. Okay, that's it for this video. Our next video will pick up with some subtraction strategies. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us in the Math Lab.